Hi. So one of the problems you have with trail cameras is you just can't get enough battery life. If you use rechargeable batteries, they die within a couple days. If you use lithiums, they're very expensive. You might get 3 or 4 days out of them, depending on how much they shoot during that period of time, how many videos they take. If you look at the trail camera, it actually runs on 12 volts. The thing about 12 volts is it's safe. It's like the stuff that they use to run low voltage lights in your yard. So it's not going to electrocute anybody. You can run it across the ground, you can run it under the ground, you could run it through the trees. And with the amount of current capability you have in something like a car battery, you could run multiple trail cameras off of it, just running lines to each one off of one central point. I have a battery sitting around for my tractor that I'm not using most of the time. There's a little connector. Oops. There's a little connector up in there. And that's a 12 volt connector. And you can buy little 12 volt power supplies and plug those into it. But of course, out in the middle of nowhere or out in the middle of a field, you don't have a 12 volt power supply. And so what I thought I would try is I bought some of the connectors from Amazon. You can buy them and they've got just bare wire on one end and they've got the female connector on the other end. And I have this spare battery sitting around. I put it in a plastic case that I bought at Rural King for $9.95 and put a couple terminals on it. And I'm going to hook it up and see if that won't make my trail camera work for a long, long time. So I have the wires hooked up to the terminals. I can just put the lid on and it'll be waterproof. And I have the cable hooked up to the trail camera. And we'll see what happens. If I get something cool, I'll post it. I have some videos I'd really like to get. I have a friend who has a piece of land near here, and his neighbor has spotted a bobcat out there several times. So I'd like to be able to take my camera and set it out there and leave it out there for a week, 2 weeks, whatever, and see if I can't get some video of that trail, of that bobcat. Just to show you, yes, the camera does run just fine on that battery. I actually think that you could get one of those lawn and garden tractor batteries, which are much smaller and much cheaper, and that they would probably keep it running for a long, long time. I just happen to have this one sitting around, but if this works, you know, I might invest 25 bucks in one of those other batteries to run another trail camera, because think of how much rechargeable batteries and lithium batteries cost. In the long run, that's not really that much money, and you can recharge these. So here it is. We got it set up out here. We got the battery in a battery case. I've got it set up in this area where a bobcat has been known to frequent. I'm shooting down this hillside, and we'll see what we get. We get some bobcats. I'll post some video later.